Pheasant Hunt. Nobody around here was clear as to what had started the friction. It had flashed out in bursts and spasms for nearly 2 decades. Dinah Peafold told us one time when we visited with her at the coffee shop there was that thing that Jeff. He had had a few too many Rhinegolds with black velvet chasers at the Bloody Bucket down the street. It was 2 a.m. A recovery. He mumbled about a broken sled and ice in a stream busted through. Thin ice, thick ice, white ice over cold, slow water in the stream bed. He seemed to have a problem. Miles he had to pull his wet frozen brother on that sled in a goddamn blizzard. Why me? We don't remember shit, but Jeff sure seems to be more than pissed. Still. Slush slugged in his boots, frostbit toes, a slight molded depression. We could see ourselves in the flesh of his nose. It is always like this with the elder brother. Some years the fight would break out without any obvious reason, like sunspots, solar flares, local flares, the flares between brothers ignited by a volatile blend of potions of hatred and love. When the brothers built a bonfire, as they were wont to do on their farm in the late fall, it was a blast. Even long-bearded Dale Skinner, the paraplegic rabbit hunter, with his beagle Molly and his fiddle Denver, would come out of the deep wood. Everyone knew the hermit would play real good all night, for 3 nights and days, as long as there was a fat joint kept stuck between his hairy lips. The smile. You gotta love an old fart with a toothless smile. For days it was blues, and nights cruise. Varnish on old Victorian chair legs would melt as it turned carbon black, then evaporated gas into the hot risen flames. Hard cider flowed into their deep cups from the tapped oaken barrel. Fire reached up orange and yellow to flicker and burst into the otherwise still blackness of the Milky Way. Brothers would dance like half-crazed bohunks on speed, swung their life-weary arms to the wail of Denver. The ends of their seared hair stood out in tangles of impish invitation. Ladies pranced amidst them with their haunches and their bellies shaking the almighty screech of a hoot owl. Bodies flailed, legs akimbo. They all of them smell like smoked compost, organic, rank with hog sweat and greasy burnt chicken flesh. Half the town of Chipfin lay out in the alfalfa and fresh timothy come along sunup of the 3rd day. The other half broke down in cluster of bunched gaggles of rusted pickup trucks and flat-tired bicycles between the farm gates and the security end alone. Spread out across the quilted land in a spatter of bodies like the radiation of Chernobyl. Only the tired old mules knew the way to the end. There was nothing ever different with the annual Simpson Brothers bonfire until this year. Like hot coals hidden nestled in a bed of white ash, you can wait forever to get to the bottom of your brotherly love, or you can just walk right on over there with your bare feet and step out and see for yourself what is hidden in the cold, white ash. Some ways never change, and some change so quick they come at you and are gone through before you even know. No turn back, no way to turn around in a slow world, no time to turn quick enough in a fast one. On the hunt, that day they had walked the lower east side of Johnson's Ridge with Val's hunt dog, the elder bitch blue tick Pinky, all morning in the rain, until they got a good pace away. The pup Xerox yelped, caged in the back of Val's truck. They were about to turn left and follow up above the stream bank to the side of the hedgerow. You could hear Xerox's yelps mellow out behind as they moved. Good fat birds in them brambles like to hide at the end, says Jeff. It was a cold half-ass dribble down from the north from them bold black swirl clouds, the kind that make the heart race to be alive before the storm. Val saw it. So did Jeff. And Pinky must have spelled it. Poor Pinky should have been left home on the rag rug before the cast iron wood stove, and she knew it. A piss poor old hunt dog with arthritis had no business out in this weather. But there was no storm. Leastways, not any rainstorm to speak of. And the hunt sucked. 4 hours for 2 chuckers and 1 hen. 2 of them flown off past the farther hedgerow across the wide field without even so much as a wing clip. For Val, it was a waste of good shot. You got to take your safety off if you want to hit any barns, says Val to Jeff, who fumbles with the mechanism of his shotgun trigger. I can't remember if it goes in or out, was the reply. Don't lay your pervert troubles on me, bro. I got me own problems. You want to hunt or just be a sarcastic asshole, Val? A male cock pheasant just then flew up in front of Val in a line straight out. He lets loose once, pumps then twice, and blows the tail feathers and ass off the bird before it has a chance to get 3 yards out. Bloody hamburger meat. Hey, quick draw. Not much to eat on that one. It ain't even worth soup. Pinky lazily fetched the carcass of head and wing. Is that dog on strike or just a dead walker? Val bends down to gently wrestle what looks like a feather duster out of Pinky's wet mouth. Good dog, Pinky. Good dog. Don't listen to the dickhead. He stuffs the mess in the pouch on the backside of his hunt vest. And by the way, fuck you, Val says as he turns away from Jeff. They walk on to follow Pink in her slow wags and zags and sniffs and false points, their legs pulled down by the growth of the wet field as they push ahead, their pant legs and boots wet. Goddamn, Pinky, find the bird, Pinky. On occasion, Val will blow the whistle that he keeps on a lanyard around his neck. It hardly seems to have any effect other than to disturb nature. God damn it, Pinky, get your lazy dog snarfing ass back over here before Jeff shoots you wiggly ass full of buckshot. A body don't half mind going through hell if there is at least a goal to reach. It helps to have a signpost here or there to explain the trail. No trespass hammered to tree trunks they see plenty of, but that is not the sign they look for. Absent appropriate notification, the worst life is to be bored with long empty stretches of unexplanation. The brothers burn through on their long walk as they look out for a goal. If there is no goal, then one might as well be pissed off at the next closest asshole. Thus the love of brothers. Jeff nearly jumps out of his oranges and his skin when Val shoots the apple tree behind him. He turns and falls to the ground in one motion. Fuck shit, Val. What the fuck? I thought maybe you was hungry, Jeff. You can't get soup. You can't leastways get applesauce. How's your tongue working these days? Jeff laughs now, the tension flown out. You remember that time Roach tied his brother up in the apple tree and left him there? How can anyone ever forget? Roach was a schizoid motherfucker. I heard he got it in Afghanistan. No shit, how? Sniper. They say he never knew what hit him. So much for Bible thumpers, but if you I gotta go, don't tell me. I promise I won't say nothing. In this world, we can have almost anything happen to the two brothers while they walk along in the low hills on a pheasant hunt. It is, of course, with the bred birds planted out early in the day, a contrived affair not much unlike a round of golf with firearms. They could be out to shoot pink plastic flamingos or newspaper cutouts of the president taped to an oil drum. An F-16 can drop down low over the ridge to hit the afterburners and blow a loud roar up over them as it passes out over beyond taller hills towards Ohio. They can stand there to wonder what the hell that was all about. They can stumble on a weed field booby-trapped with explosives and blow their legs off. They can be charged by a white rhinoceros escaped from a local game farm and Jeff gored while Val weeps over his brother's limp and trampled body. If only I had thought to kick the shit out of this cocksucker when he was alive. They can find themselves surrounded and ambushed by a tribe of acid-laden nudists with machetes. It should be an adventure of interest. They can be held hostage for an exorbitant reason, an exorbitant ransom of golden eggplants. That makes no sense. Forced into white slavery on a cabbage farm where they live on a diet of sauerkraut and raw soybeans. Val's cell phone can suddenly play a tune from Nirvana, a Reach Out. Jeff drinks water from a plastic bottle, then blows his nose on a wad of paper towel. He keeps it in his pants pocket. You have been a lazy, worthless motherfucking jackass all your life, Val. I love you too, Jeff. The history is I'm not a sissy hippie scumbag. When you walk around in the field all day with a shotgun, it gets heavy, and after a while you forget it is you that is dazed and lost from the inside out. Or is it the walk that does it? Or drugs in the water? For every man, there has got to be a way to get to no place. To jump up quick and zoom over to that invisible place of no identity, and a loose packet of cat tranks. May not go there never, may never act on the need, but it is to know that the journey can be made that keeps the man sane. Val can see a shiny red pickup truck parked in Bobby Olane's chip fin auto lot on Route 79 and say to himself, hey, I'd like to get that shiny red pickup truck and drive and not stop. Never stop until the Pacific swallows me. Tell that goddamn salty bathtub I'm on the way. It better open up and yawn wide open. I'm gonna drive that shiny red pickup truck until it never quits. It's gonna squish wipers and hump wheels all the way to Toyota. It was like this that the two brothers in the mid-afternoon did not know what direction they were faced. Pinky knew which way was home and had returned to Val's rusty piece of tired old junk, late model oil burning spring busted Chevy pickup truck where she slept dry beneath her fifth son's Xerox. But Val and Jeff, they stopped to lend too much attention to Pinky, for then it was just them out there. Where the hell that lazy bitch go? Asked Jeff when he realized they had wandered around in dry corn in 3 circles. It was like they could have been kooks with multi-universal crop rotation. Don't know, Jeff. Mine she might have dropped in a hole and died. You might have to kick the birds from here on out. Jeff then stepped up on a mound of dirt where he rose up above the corn, and that is when it happens. He sees Val there in a deep spot of plushy ferns, plain as could be imagined, with his stumpy legs and a grin like a drunk bear with a black and red checkered coat beneath his orange hunt vest. Val smiles wide, shows teeth, and gives Jeff the bird. The large cock flies up between them clean. They can see the eyes like black magnets that pull in all flickers of firelight to the center of the universe. A grand attractor. All 110% of the Milky Way stops dead right here, right now. They raise their barrels at each other and a foot above, then fire, pump and fire. This time Jeff holds his safety off and is gonna go for it from the hip. Val, quick as he is, never quite so quick to be faster this time than Jeff. They both get it, right then, right together. No way in hell to deny it. Just like hunting fancy chickens, it is. They never say nothing about it then. Hardly took more than an instant to see each other where they could have been. No place in a hurry. They never say nothing that night neither at the bonfire. They jump, dance, and jump, and howl, and spin around. But I tell you, between us, that the bonfire has never been the same after.